Hello?
The Ed.
Yeah.
Hey, what's happening? How are you?
I just left the little Toys R Us place.
What are you doing over there?
Looking for some football guys, baseball guys, all that stuff. They just got the new baseball guys just came out. I just got 4 of them.
Really? Who?
They raised the price by $1 on them. They $11.99.
You like to have the little figurines, huh?
Yeah, I got like 300-400 of them.
Yeah, you like to play with little toys, like you're.
No, I don't open them. They in the box still. I got them on the wall.
I know. Well, I've seen some pictures. Yeah, you forward me some pictures, and
yeah, I got Chipper Jones, Georgie Posada, Maglio Ordonez, and
Maglio Ordonez and Jorge.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, got them 4 kids right there.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have them. They brand new, man.
Fantastic. And by the way, you know who this is on the phone right now, right?
Yeah.
Who?
It's you.
I guess that's right, technically.
Yeah.
But can you give me a name?
I think it's Dave, isn't it?
That's exactly right. Good for you, the Ed. Yeah. See?
Yeah, I know you, man.
I didn't want to play any tricks on you.
Guess what happened?
What happened?
I signed up on the internet with some kind of Facebook thing.
Facebook, you mean, right?
Yeah, and I got a whole bunch of friends and all kinds of stuff, man.
Great. You mean that you sign up there and then people find you and then they send you little notes, right?
Yeah, put my name, Ed Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Come right up. I'm right there.
Ed Miller. So if people want to track you down, that's how they can do it.
Capital E, little bitty D.
I think people know how to spell Ed Miller.
M-I-L-L-E-R.
And you're in Las Vegas.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Yeah, it's raining.
It is. Yeah, it's raining in Los Angeles, too.
Yeah, raining both. Probably raining all over the world.
Well, good for. Well, no, I doubt that. But listen, so you're now on Facebook. It's not Spacebook, but yeah. So anyway, that's pretty neat, the Ed. Yeah, you a couple of years ago when we first met, you weren't very computer savvy, and now you're.
No, I got one now. I got a nice one. I'm about to get one of them computers that you can take with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
A laptop, right?
Yeah, you can plug it up in the car, but you got to get, because I don't have like a car, like a house window outlet, you know, like a light outlet in my car.
Yeah, no.
You got to do it through your lighter.
Yeah.
I don't smoke, so I don't need a lighter, so I just stick it in there.
Perfect.
But I haven't bought it yet. They got them on sale, though. I need to get one.
You know what's going to be nice for you with that, the Ed? You're going to be able to listen to the Damashek podcast every day. Every time you jump in the car, you just plug in your computer. There will be your old pal Dave talking to you.
Yeah, I thought about putting my home computer in the car, but
yeah, that would be silly though.
I could probably put the printer in the bottom of the floorboard and
put
the monitor up there and the other thing.
Not worth the hassle. I like your original plan. Just get one of those laptops. So the Ed, so you watched the All-Star game, I assume, right?
Yeah, I watched it.
What do you think? First of all, let me say this about the dunk contest. This thing, I was kind of looking forward to it this year. I think it's interesting. You have Dwight Howard, this giant of a guy, versus the very small Nate Robinson. How did Nate Robinson win? He jumped off the back of his teammate. That seemed like cheating. I could do that. Why would he possibly, how could you make that guy the winner when his dunk is something that I could do?
I don't know. It was the most disappointing dunk contest I ever seen in my life.
Wow, more. Go ahead.
It reminded me of days when there was like Terrence Stansberry and Kenny Walker. I was like, oh.
Wow, good memory.
Crazy.
Skywalker.
Awful, man.
That was bad, but even worse was the 3-point shooting contest.
Yeah, who was that? Like Dane Cook won it? I was like, come on, man.
No, it wasn't the comedian Dane Cook who won.
Yeah.
Daquan Cook, yeah.
Yeah, he was, man. It was, I don't know, man. I bet you $42 that Larry Bird could come out right now and shoot better than all them kids.
I don't disagree with that. I think he might be able to actually win the shooting contest.
I tell you who's gonna win it next year in that 3-point shot contest.
Who's that?
Stephen Curry when he comes to the pros.
You think so, huh?
That guy's a dead-on shooter.
Yeah, he is a terrific shooter. But you think, by the way, that's interesting. You think he's going to thrive in the pros?
No, I think he can shoot 3-pointer though. You see Adam Morrison got traded to the Lakers?
I did see that, yes.
You know, he's like Kurt Rambis without no glasses.
What do you think? How do you think he'll fit into the mix with the Lakers?
He'll sit just fine on that bench.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's probably where he's going to stay. Hey, the Ed, I brought something up the other day. You're a man who understands his history when it comes to sports. What do you think about this? I say that if right now we were to name an all-NBA team for at the midway point of this season, it would be Kobe Bryant, LeBron, Dwight Howard, Tim Duncan, and either Chris Paul or maybe Dwayne Wade. That's a pretty impressive group of 5 guys, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they could beat a team like Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, Akeem Olajuwon, Magic, and Michael? That's the 88-89 All-NBA.
Those guys, you know what? When you think of players like that, you think of real tough men. When you think of those other kids you named, you think of kids.
Well, LeBron's pretty tough. Tim Duncan's tough.
You know what? That LeBron James, he probably couldn't play very well. If he had Michael Jordan and all them guys playing against him, he wouldn't be that much.
You don't think so?
I got a question for you.
Lay it on me.
We're gonna skip subjects, but it's still sports related.
Mm-hmm.
You know this thing with this Alex Rodriguez kid, right?
Yes, I was going to get to that. I wanted to hear what you thought about that whole mess.
Here's what I think. What if, just for instance, we found out that Bob Costas cheated on every single one of his tests at Syracuse University?
I don't know. What would we do? We wouldn't strip him of his career, would we?
Would he still get his Emmys?
Well, that's not an even comparison, is it? A-Rod's cheating while he's playing the sport. Bob Costas isn't cheating while he's doing the broadcasts.
Well, no, but he would never ever get to that point.
I see.
He didn't cheat to get to that point.
Interesting. So what are you saying? You're saying you don't approve of A-Rod. He should be stripped of his records?
No, I'm just saying everybody cheats in something that they do. I mean, I've cheated at jobs. I've done stuff I'm not supposed to do, but I've gotten away with it. Mm-hmm. Everybody does. I'm sure you went to Indiana University.
That's correct.
I know good and well that you've cheated at least once on a paper. I don't think that you have probably made every single paper on your own, right?
No, in my case...
You once ask a girl, hey, what's the answer to this?
No, I never did that. Although I didn't really study. I would just make up stuff in blue books. Yeah, that's what I would do.
I don't know, man. I think everybody, all these people need to look at themselves in the mirror. Everybody cheats to get, if you're on top of where you're at, most likely you cheated to get there in one shape, form, or another.
Well, that's a fair point. So you let A-Rod off the hook with this, and Barry Bonds, and Roger Clemens.
And Pete Rose, everybody, man. But if I was Alex Rodriguez, I'd just take $25 million of my own money and buy my own Hall of Fame.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah, they could make a nice Hall of Fame with him and Pete Rose. People probably want to go and see their stuff, right? Barry Bonds.
Yeah, and I'd say, this is the real, the writers, those writers don't ever even play the game.
Think about this.
It's a shame they get to make the rules.
Think about the Hall of Fame in, let's say, 10 years or 20 years from now. Imagine if you don't have Pete Rose, the all-time hit king, Barry Bonds, the all-time home run king, and maybe he's the number 2 home run king at that point, and number 1 will be A-Rod. Can you imagine what validity does the Baseball Hall of Fame have if it doesn't have A-Rod, Bonds, and Pete Rose in it?
Well, they'll never get my $3 to go to it, I'll tell you that right now.
Mm-hmm. Wow, very interesting stuff, Ed. Speaking, you said you had a question for me. I have some questions for you. Remember, we said that I'd come up with some trivia questions for you, and we'd see how you would do?
Yeah, I did them all.
What do you mean you did them all?
Yeah. Hey, did your mom get that Valentine I sent her?
What are you talking? Listen, I was about to get into our trivia quiz here. Did my mother get what? Your Valentine's card?
Yeah, I got a card and some candy and some flowers.
For my mother again. Why do you have to always bring my mother up into every conversation?
Because you never say nothing about it. I just check to see if she got them.
I do tell you. I have brought it up, as a matter of fact, and I've said to you, I will thank you to cease and desist from these comments about my mother. She's married to my old man.
For the time being, but listen, that's just how things are. Things always change, man. It's change. Like Obama said, we're going to have change.
Yeah, but I don't think she's going to change that dramatically. She's gonna dump my father and then run off with you, a complete stranger.
I'm not a stranger.
Sure you are. What do you mean? You've never met her.
I'm not. Why do you say I'm strange? I'm not strange at all.
Well, that's a different conversation. I'm not saying one way or the other whether or not I think you're strange, but you're a stranger. She doesn't know who you are.
Yes, she does.
All right. Well, I don't know. But anyway, I'm sure she didn't, because how would you possibly get them to her? You don't have her address.
I put on the thing, Mo Mashek, right on the letter.
Well, all right.
Put Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Get to her house, right on it.
Well, then I don't know why she wouldn't have gotten it if you wrote Mo Mashek, which is not her name, and then just addressed it to Pittsburgh. I'm sure it reached her.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Got it.
What'd you do for Valentine's Day, the Ed?
A bunch of nonsense.
What does that mean? What'd you do?
Yeah, my girlfriend came back. Oh, let's go to dinner and let's go have a party. Oh, we're going to do this and we're going to do a couple other things.